May 4th, 2007. Greensburg, Kansas. Population 1,574. A quiet Friday night in a town where nothing ever happens. The high school prom was 2 weeks away. The grain elevator standing silent against a soft pink sky. Then the sky turned violent. A 1.7-mile wide monster. 205 mile-per-hour winds. The first EF5 tornado ever recorded. In minutes, it erased 95% of the town. 12 people died. Claude Hopkins, 79, born here, lived here his whole life. Farmer, school custodian, father of 7, killed in his own home. David Lyon, 48, science lover, devoured popular science like a Bible, lived in a mobile home by the tracks. The tornado wiped it off the earth. Colleen Panzer, 77, retired bookkeeper, senior center volunteer, 11 grandchildren, 11 great-grandchildren. She never made it out of her house. Most people know what happened next. Greensburg rebuilt. The greenest town in America, the feel-good story everyone celebrated. But here's what history forgot. The storm was born near Liberal, Kansas, around 4 p.m. Ordinary supercell. Nothing about it screamed EF5. Meteorologists watched. Chasers lined up. Everyone thought it would drop a tornado near Dodge City. It didn't. It waited. It ingested warm, unstable air for 4 hours. By 9 p.m., the rotation was so violent that radar couldn't keep up. The National Weather Service issued a tornado emergency at 9:32 p.m. Large, violent, and extremely dangerous tornado. The 9:38 p.m. hit was total. Eyewitnesses said the power flashes were like strobe lights. You'd see the tornado for half a second, then blackness, then half a second again. It was 1.7 miles wide, moving at 22 miles per hour. It didn't skip. It didn't graze. It sat on the town. When it passed at 10:05 p.m., Greensburg no longer existed. 95% of structures destroyed or uninhabitable. 11 people were dead inside the debris. The tornado took 27 minutes. It created stories that have lasted 20 years. Just not the right ones. Richard Fry checked into the Greensburg Inn at 7:04 p.m. on May 4th. He called his family in Chicago, told them he'd be there by noon the next day. He never made it to morning. The motel had no basement. Richard Fry died in his room. His family learned he was dead 2 days later. Claude Hopkins wasn't passing through. He was born in Greensburg in 1927, 79 years in the same town. He married Dorothy, raised 7 children, worked the land, cleaned the school. The tornado hit his home directly. Neighbors found him in the debris at dawn. David Lyon lived in a mobile home off Highway 54. No basement, no cellar, no interior room. He knew the tornado was coming. The warning said 6 minutes. He tried to outrun it in his truck. The tornado caught him on the road. His body was found 200 yards from his vehicle. He had 6 minutes. It wasn't enough. President Bush came to Greensburg 8 days later. The spirit of this town will not be defeated. And then, a remarkable thing happened. Greensburg became a story about architecture, LEED Platinum certification, wind turbines, rainwater harvesting. The greenest town in America. CNN called it an eco-phoenix. The New York Times called it a model for rural America. Here's what the headlines didn't say. Greensburg's population halved. 1,574 before the tornado. 777 by the 2010 census. The story of Greensburg is a story of resilience. But resilience belongs to the survivors.
These are the 11. Richard J. Fry, 62 years old, driving through Greensburg. He never made it out. Claude Hopkins, 79 years old, a lifetime in Greensburg, died on the land he'd always known. David Lyon, 48 years old, 6 minutes of warning, no cellar. Colleen Panzer, 77 years old, 11 grandchildren, a kitchen full of them every Sunday. Ron Rediger, 57 years old, lived in Greensburg barely 2 years, had finally found a home. Evelyn Kelly, 75 years old, born in Kiowa County, raised her family outside of town, died in town. Sarah Tackett, 71 years old, formerly of Wellington, living in an assisted living center. No warning in the dark. Beverly Volz, 52 years old, quiet, a knitter, a crafter, married 34 years, loved cats. Died the next day at Western Plains Medical. Alexander Jr. Giles, 84 years old, born in Hopewell, died in the home he'd always known. Larry Hoskins, 51 years old, a truck driver, a father, killed on the road. Harold Pete Schmidt, 77 years old, a farmer, a volunteer firefighter. He died trying to warn his neighbors. 11 people. You now know their names.